Hi. Signoz is a very powerful APM and observability tool, but when a production alert fires at 3 a.m., an engineer spends around first 40 minutes doing the same thing every time, checking through dashboards, traces, and logs. And here comes Overwatch, that is an autonomous SRE agent that does that investigation for you, using Signoz as its only source of truth. We built it as three services: a Next.js command center, a Node gateway, and a Python agent, all driven by one CLI, that is Overwatch. No LangGraph, no chain framework, just a direct tool calling loop modeled on the basis of OpenSRE that picks freely from the 9 tools across observability and memory. Each one of those calls goes through the real Signos MCP server, picking genuine traces, logs, metrics, and before any of that reaches an LLM, each one of them is sanitized first. Before anything runs, it checks its own setup and confirms that it is talking to the live Signos and not some mock data. Now I'll trigger a real incident. The payment gateway's connection pool saturates under load. So here is our real data that will show up on the Signos dashboard, our Overwatch dashboard, and we'll also run benchmarks on top of it. This is the Overwatch dashboard. Everything is color coded for proper understanding. So first of all, it checks into its own memory that from the previous incidents. Then it accesses the Signos tools via the MCP. Then after the verdict is calculated, it feeds it into the own memory and then sends the final report over our verdict panel and the Slack channel. The verdict contains a detailed overview of our incident. It also contains the link to the Signos dashboard. Yeah, here are the API and waterfall routing for the incident detailing. And we will also go over the graphs. Here is the spike due to the incident that we ran. And apart from that, we also receive it on the Slack. And Slack report also contains a detailed overview of the complete incident. So it is easier for the engineers, helping them access the incident report quickly. And we don't just have the working demo, we have the benchmarks too. The 5 injected incidents with planted red herrings, judge scored 100% root cause accuracy, zero variance across the three trials, and 4 cents an incident. So, Overwatch is an SRE agent that investigates like a senior engineer and proves that with a real benchmark.